Russia's Kalibr cruise missiles are currently using some Chinese components, largely due to Western sanctions. This information was published in the British press after analysts visited the Kyiv Institute of Forensic Science. Russia has not yet officially responded to this issue. According to the British newspaper The Economist, Russia is trying to increase the proportion of domestic components in the production of Kalibr cruise missiles in order to reduce dependence on Chinese manufacturers. However, the shortage of essential components still forces Russia to continue using components from China. During a recent visit to the Kyiv Institute of Forensic Science, analysts had the opportunity to examine disassembled parts from Kalibr missiles shot down by Ukrainian air defense. They discovered many electronic components manufactured by large companies such as AMD, Sony, Bosch. It is worth noting that although these components are branded by well-known Western companies, many of them are actually made in China. Some components are also branded by American and European companies, but are actually products of Chinese manufacturers. According to information from Ukraine, since the beginning of 2022, Russia has increased the use of domestic components in the production of Kalibr missiles. However, there are still important components that Russia cannot produce itself, especially processing chips. Therefore, Russia still has to import these components from China through intermediary companies to circumvent Western sanctions. Some Chinese companies, through front companies, have supplied components to Russia, including actuators for the UMPC, module planning and calibration systems, and the Shahed 136 suicide UAV. These companies often use fake names, such as Taiwan's TRC, to avoid sanctions. The investigation found that while the Taiwanese company's name appeared on procurement documents, the components were actually manufactured by a Chinese company, KST Digital Technology Limited. Investigators said they had never seen such a complex rebranding strategy. In fact, Chinese companies have become a major supplier to the Russian defense industry. The components they supply are crucial to Russian arms factories, especially in the production of missiles and UAVs. TRC is a favorite for rebranding and evading sanctions. Although Western sanctions are aimed at cutting off supplies of components to Russia, loopholes in the export monitoring system have created loopholes that Russia and its partners can exploit. This suggests that the current sanctions are not strong enough to completely stop the supply of components to the Russian defense industry. Given the current situation, these loopholes are likely to persist for the foreseeable future, and completely preventing sanctions circumvention will be a major challenge.